a million Eldritch
No, you
Blasts.
I'm sure Sin is mostly like, just one more hour. One more
Look,
hour,
I
one more
got a piece of armor that lets me add my charisma modifier to all my cantrips, which means my Eldritch Blast does lots of the pew pew.
Yeah.
You are
Good one,
so
that's a good one.
spoiled for choice for armor that buffs cantrips in this game.
I know, but there's only one cantrip I need to buff. Eldritch Blast.
What's even really bad on my side though is when my game loads, it makes the window a really weird shape because I have it like bordered, but it still makes it full screen. And because of that, the option for passives was not visible on my screen, so I did not realize I could do non-lethal damage this whole. I mean, Strax, yes, I saw you do it, but I didn't understand how you were able to do that. And then
He had a mod, that's how.
Yeah. Totally.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there was
Filthy hacker.
that whole bottom bar was not visible on my screen this whole time I've been playing.
You've got a mod to be able to recruit Minthara without doing genocide.
Yeah. Well, actually, not anymore. They did.
No. That was a joke. To be clear, since day one, you can knock her out in the camp and take her and then recruit her.
That's like a really tricky thing to do, but they changed up in the most recent update where they're.
Oh, good. They've made it where you can recruit a character without either fighting the system or committing genocide.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I
Larry.
mean,
It made it a little bit easier. It's still difficult, but less difficult than the crazy fuckery you had to do originally.
Oh yeah, where you had to
still have
polymorph
to
her into a
genocide for the only
Yeah.
scene though.
yeah, where you had to polymorph her into a sheep, lead her into your camp or whatever, and
pick her up and carry her to the fucking tower.
yeah.
Thank you,
now,
Larry in games, for
What
all
a
of your
courting ritual.
now you
all
just
your
have
work.
to knock her out so Halcyon registers that you've defeated all of the bandit leaders.
Yep.
While making sure she doesn't turn hostile while you kill the other two bandit leaders.
I have 3 whole companions that I haven't even met yet.
What
My
do you
second
mean?
playthrough is going to be juicy.
Who the hell have you not met yet?
Will and Karlak because I genocided, and then
God damn
Halcyon
it.
because I genocided.
God damn it!
Almost
What an
Gale, I
evil
had to
person,
persuade him
aren't
to
you?
stay.
God damn it! You
did
Minthara
you,
simps.
Did you dirge?
Yeah, I dirged, so I'd have a roleplay
Yeah, I
reason
thought-
to genocide without being like pure evil.
Sounds about right.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course. Oh, but when
I have my
I
cake and ate
when
it
I
too.
commit war crimes,
You have other
You weren't
real
Dirge.
life playable characters though.
what?
If you're doing a solo game, it's fine to be sorry. When you're playing with other people that we didn't agree on ahead of time that we're doing an evil run, then yeah, that's a problem. That's
We
why
weren't
Sarge is
doing an
bad.
evil run. Just
Were you? Were
Just the kill the innocent children run. There's a distinction.
you? Oh my god.
wait, hold on. When did Isari kill children?
You were trying to persuade us to let you.
Yeah, and then I found out that they were invincible in Baldur's Gate 3, but that doesn't matter.
No,
There are
Jackson,
many.
your character
not the
was
one you were
killing
trying to
kids.
kill.
The one
Look,
I-
I only
There-
did that because we were about to log off. And they were little shits, and he spent 5 hours trying to pickpocket from them.
I wanted to get my stuff back.
They had negative 500 attitude.
Anyway, okay, so speaking of war crimes, Andy gives the recap.
War crime? What? There was no war
Andy,
crimes
you
last
are a
time.
war crime.
I might be. I don't know. I don't know what my story is.
Just wait until episode 30.
I don't know what my background is. I don't know where I came from before I ended up on the farm. Okay.
You haven't told me what you want your story to be yet. So there's like a nebulous void of like 4 different things that it could be.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like
Well, it's
nobody
become a
knows.
banana.
Even I don't know because I still haven't figured it out yet because I'm still trying to keep going through like what's green because Andy's green and I'm like, well, what kind of green kobold could I be?
Is Andy green?
That is
thought
definitely
Andy was
green.
red.
How did you...
No, Andy is green.
Where is Andy's token?
Right next to you.
Oh, I noticed that. I noticed they were green. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
All
raising
right,
my
Andy,
hand, though.
Andy,
When I
Andy,
look at
move,
the token,
move on, move.
Oh, I think you're looking at my robes.
look, my character's old. Okay.
Andy, move
And
on
one
with the
eye.
recap. What
My
happened?
outline?
Yeah, don't worry. Strax is playing a dirge here too.
You know what? Here, while Andy does the recap, I'm gonna go get alcohol.
You had alcohol this morning already.
And
Well, don't you want to save your special beer?
no, it's not. I mean, it was a gift, yeah, but
Well, it's from PA. Like
that's fine.
I don't think it's available in actual.
That's fine. What's
beer stores around here.
today is a special day.
Okay, but you already.
It's Sunday.
He got 2 bottles, and he's already drinking bottle number 2.
He
got
beat
them
Act 2. Let him celebrate.
Oh, this is not gonna roll. Anyways, so last time we met more kobolds, and well, before we knew they were kobolds, the rocks were blinking, and Rune found a recipe for mincemeat pie, and then we figured out that it wasn't just a recipe; it was like something else. And anyway, so the kobolds were like stone, and they kept calling Rune like a Kolvindr. And
Not
then
a slur. It's my last name.
and then they also called him shit stain.
That one is a slur.
I think that one was that was a sin. That was a sin, not a slur.
Yeah.
But then they
It's
also
fine.
but at the same time they also call me a bastard because I don't know anything about my clan. And when we found out about the recipes were like a secret message thing in their cookbook. And it turns out that the story that they were making about our page was a vegetable medley recipe. And Rune also stupidly paid like 3 gold for Kobold to let him know that there were people on the mountain, and I think he got a bruise on like both shoulders by the end of after he told the kobold that he didn't have to be tapped every time. But then we ended up talking to dwarves, and we drank this like Morton molasses ale, and that made us feel warm inside. And Staszrich was really nice and bought me a skewer that didn't have the lizard pieces in it. It was just pure mushrooms. And then we dealt with land sharks, and I'm still not entirely sure what happened to the one because we fed it, then we poisoned it, then we befriended it, then it walked away. So, yay. And then the last thing that happened was we were walking into the one cavern where one of the mushrooms was really big and that was being used as a light. It was blue.
Very good. That is 2 hero points for everyone to start with.
You know, I'll be honest. Rune, not your best work last session.
What?
Not
Fucking
your best
minus
work.
1 hero point to Staszrich.
That's fair. That's fair.
You don't need to beat a dead goose.
Staszrich, I want you to know I shit talked you a lot in my latest journal entry.
That's fair.
Like
I don't talk
there's
about
2
you at all.
paragraphs. One of those is entirely dedicated to you.
Oh, and we're supposed to meet somebody called Tara.
Yes.
Yeah, we are.
Oh yeah, the matriarch.
Yes. So yes, as you have entered what is sort of the heart of the mountain, you see that it is mostly open on the inside. The cave's walls are all reflecting blue from the massive mushroom that is glowing in the center. And then And then, as mentioned before, this seems to be the home of the rock kobolds, who, from what you can tell from the one kobold you've really talked, one rock kobold you've really talked to, is led by a feminine entity known as Terra.
Hmm.
As far as what you can do in here, you see that it is, think the Ewok village from like the Endor. That's the name of that planet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, from the moon of Endor. Point being, it is a it everything is sort of built on or off, like onto or off of the various like cliff faces. Anywhere there's no rock that has been terraformed in any way. All of the rock that is present is exactly as it has been. There's no there's no deformation, there's no actual like forming of the stones. All of it is just shifted or added onto to make sure that it holds its original shape, basically. As part of their goal, they don't like messing with the land too much. So they've added on like various cloths and sheets to form makeshift tents or bivouacs. There's a fun word for the day. Yeah, bivouac.
A
It is a
bivouac?
it's bivouac. BIVOAUC.
Huh.
It is a like a when you make makeshift tents onto like a cliffside, basically,
Oh, okay.
or just like out in
Right.
nature.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And yeah, there's just a bunch of different little settlements, and everyone sort of stops to look at you as you step in. Small mutters go throughout the little groups of kobolds. Some seem to be tensing up as if preparing for the worst. When Boulder, the kobold with you, raises their hand and is like, "They're with us." And then everyone goes back as if you were never there, continuing their various works. Would everyone like to make a nature check, or
Sure.
society, or Andy can make kobold lore?
I was about to ask if I could do a kobold check. Eh,
Why is all
Oh,
my shit the exact same modifier?
Wow.
hey, know what's going on, maybe.
Huzzah! So
Back.
let's see. Rune, you just get a as you start looking around and thinking about it, you get a migraine for some reason. Uh, thinking about it and trying to process what's going on, you just feel that same sort of twinge that you felt whenever the dagger tries to talk to you.
Just so pissed off at Staszrich right now. Oh my.
Just
Those
think we could be
sharks are gonna come back. They're gonna learn to eat the food from these people. They eat rocks. They don't have a meat industry to feed these sharks. What the fuck is that kid thinking? Oh my god.
You're right. I don't know what he is thinking. We could be stabbing him right now.
Oh, oh, that does sound okay.
That's fair.
I focus my attention to the kobolds we're passing. I try to look some in the eye, and I do small waves and say howdy. I just try to socialize to keep my mind off the stabbing.
Make make a diplomacy check to see how well you are doing at saving face.
Your bad luck has come back.
Take it back. It was yours.
No.
So,
No.
have you played Disco Elysium?
Oh god. Okay,
Unfortunately
what are
not.
you about to do?
No. He's not about to do anything, but at the very beginning of Disco
Run,
Elysium,
Staszrich.
You have to look in the mirror, and you have to make a check to endure looking at your own face in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
And you just like catch a glimpse of what your smile looks like when you are already hating yourself and it's halfway through the day, and you just feel like you look at yourself in the reflection, and you just have that moment where you're like, oh, that's what my smile looks like right now.
Yeah, it's because you
What
wake
was
up.
that one
You
I
wake
game
up
where
played
you-
Disco
hungover.
Elysium. I have a mirror.
You have a mirror.
Sorry.
Go ahead and look. That's it. That's it,
Yeah.
Rune. We
I
look
just
into
look
the
in a
mirror.
normal mirror. I get that same feeling. You didn't have to reference Disco Elysium.
Yeah,
That's a
fair
brilliant
enough.
game, though. I do recommend it.
Yeah, it is the one time where people can empathize with a cop. Anyhow.
Damn. Okay.
I mean, it's true. Okay, going to other results. Dusty just sort of like tilts their head as like sort of has that moment of like they're trying to process what the kobolds are doing. Staszrich, something about the kobolds' movements in certain groups, it almost feels like you're watching army ants.
Hmm.
Nothing like too off about it. Just like you have that same sort of feeling when like you've watched just army ants moving around, sort of moving in packs, moving in groups. Everyone's on the same page. It seems like not quite hive mind, but definitely stringent. As far as what Andy knows, Andy, you recall that this is not quite what you'd expect out of kobolds. You get a feeling for like thinking back to the banana bolts, everyone had a sense, there's a sense of community obviously, but there was never quite the same sense of cohesion. Kobolds are a little chaotic in nature. You feel like you remember quite clearly, even back to memories that you can't quite grasp at yourself. And just the drastic shift, you can't really place why, but you have a feeling it might be either due to their current leadership or the fact that they are all like forced to be in the same clan together, because the banana bolts, they were just one tribe basically. Everyone else, like you know from your time there that they are not the only kobolds in that forest. They are just a tribe of kobolds in that forest. And this is to your imagining all of the rock kobolds, or like 90% of them, if that makes sense.
So
But yeah,
when it
what
comes to the
hmm?
banana kobolds, that the Banana King wasn't just the leader of all the banana kobolds. There were more than one king. Or
They're just the tribe leader basically.
okay,
They led that group of kobolds that was in that town, but in that fort, in the ones that were at the growing field, but they were not the only kobolds in that forest. If you remember, the kobold healer was not a banana kobold.
I don't think I ever met them. I think Staszrich met the.
Yeah, I was the only one that met him, and no, I think
Yes,
she was. What was she? More like a lotus, I think.
I believe that was the case. I don't have that page open in my notes currently. I think they were like a type of mushroom.
Oh, okay.
Point
That part of my notes was eaten by rabid wolves.
understandable. Point of the matter being is that like there are separate, there's like there in the forest they were all able to be separated. Here this is all one,
Oh, okay. Hmm.
which can have a various amount of effects.
These kobolds seem to be reflecting the behavior of ants and army ants. Perhaps
Are you calling
this.
us ants?
I wasn't
Boulder
talking to
looks
you.
at you.
Anyway,
Maybe we can save them from an anteater for you to then rescue the anteater.
Boulder then taps your shoulder, Rune.
Hmm?
What's an anteater?
Um,
It's
I don't
pretty
think I've
much
seen one.
it's pretty much in the name. They eat ants.
It's really all I know. I don't think they're in the mountains or in
No,
Tyrone.
they are not. As far as I know, they're not in the mountains. I definitely know they're not in the mountains.
I
Yeah,
think Andy's an anteater. You've eaten an ant before.
Andy is not an anteater.
you know
You were
that.
young. You probably don't remember.
You know that anteaters are pretty common in the plains. They sort of in Estonia, they sort of just chill out in the plains. You have heard a story of a massive anteater once. You never saw it, and the person that told you is like maybe a little crazy, so you're not exactly sure.
He was drunk,
But
blind, and
Ah, yes. I remember old drunk eye Stanley.
Always trust the random drunks who'll give you enchanted flasks.
Random encounter, dire anteater.
But do not worry,
but
you.
you've also seen weirder things since you've left Tyrone, so maybe there is a massive anteater out there.
But anyway, let's since you're already talking to me, hey, where's Tara?
Ah, yes. Miss Terra is up there. Uh, pointing to one of the walls that Boulder was already sort of guiding you towards. You see that while not immediately obvious to your eye, as it's being pointed out, it becomes a lot more obvious. These outcroppings that are built into for different facilities and buildings, uh, they are all guided up by a massive spiral staircase that is built into the wall of the cave.
Hmm.
You feel like if you were ever put in a situation where you had to climb this quickly, you would be fucked. Like
Very interesting.
just straight out. Like, have you ever had to walk on a staircase that was definitely not correctly spaced,
Ugh.
and as such you have to readjust every step?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So it's that, and also it's sized for small creatures. So as medium creatures, you are stepping on like half a staircase.
Andy.
That's a
That's
Andy's fine.
furniture of something like that.
Fuck it, I'm crawling on all
Andy is like,
fours.
Andy, you still like it's still awkward to step on because they're unevenly spaced, but you do not have the same issue of it being a staircase that's not sized for you in the same way.
okay.
Good God, dude, they need some architecture in here.
How's Dusty doing?
Dusty seems a little flapped by the presence of this staircase.
Poor Dusty.
With a cart to be dragged too.
We're just gonna have to
Yeah.
haul Dusty up here.
Oh God, Dusty has a cart.
Wait, does
Yeah.
Yeah,
He does.
poor Dusty. All right, but yeah, let's.
Yeah,
Seeing,
Dusty's
seeing
downstairs.
seeing the concern, Asami, one of the other rock kobolds that you recently saved, is like, we can take your bird to the stables.
I mean, if you got an escalator, that's fine too. But yeah, sure. Oh, it's just a thing. Yeah. I'll tell you about it later.
Yeah. Anyway, let's continue
It's
following
It's
Boulder.
a Smith invention.
Yeah.
Yeah, following Boulder, you are able to start climbing the stairs. You look around and you see all that's going on. It is definitely a very busy area. For how much space there is, you feel like it wouldn't be as crowded, but the areas that are sort of considered that are currently inhabited are very crowded and active. Kobolds phasing in and out of walls basically as they use their earth shaping abilities to get in and out of this place. If you were ever left in here without a kobold for whatever reason, you would probably have to mine through like 10 feet of rock to get out, unless you are leaving through one of the very few air holes near the top where there is some like you can, as you get higher up and you can see closer to the top, you can see some man-made entrances near the top that seem to have been like carefully guarded, as something Rune would remember from their time living in the mountains. When the rock kobolds did show up in town, or when that kind of stuff did happen, you know that like emissaries would have to make a trek to the top of the mountain to go visit, if they wanted to visit on their own terms.
Okay.
So, versus the kobolds deciding, we will come grab you and pull you into the wall. Okay, thanks. If you wanted to see them on your own terms, you had to climb. But yeah, as you are going up and through this, you see that floating above the mushroom that is projecting the iridescent blue light that fills the cavern is a platform that is perpetually floating, made of stone, that was actually blocking some of your view at the top. And on this stone is a very like much like how the leader of the banana kobolds was a large kobold. This isn't a large kobold. This is actually someone who looks a bit more humanoid. Terra sitting at her throne that is carved into this folding platform, being fanned by 3 separate kobolds, one acting as a leg rest, as she sees you all approaching, and she sort of just beckons for you all to come closer, and you are still very far away as far as the normal stairs show. But as soon as she beckons, a floating staircase appears between you and her platform.
Now that's fancy.
Yep, Staszrich just goes up.
Miss Terra, as you requested, I brought the visitors. And she sort of gives a very like a very small smile, and then motions is like, now go, your business is done here. Yes, Miss Terra. And then all the kobolds that were surrounding your group has now left. It is just you four and the queen. Aya, I would like you to make a perception check.
Alright.
Aya, as you look at Terra, something is ringing a bell. You can't tell what it is, but something is ringing a bell. She looks familiar to you, and you're not sure why. I see that we have travelers in the mountains. A returner, and a very interesting case indeed, looking to Andy.
It's
Well,
probably because you're missing an arm.
no, that happens quite often. The kobolds of the mountains break off their arms all the time.
Okay, I feel less guilty now. That's good to know.
Yeah, but Andy's not a kobold out of the mountains, so I mean, you could still feel guilty.
Hey, don't ruin this for me.
Nobody here is able to really tell if this one is a kobold of the mountain, or a kobold of the forest, or one of the plains, or one of the snow. We aren't quite able to find where we weren't quite able to find that out. None that have
Definitely have
been
some snow.
ones that have been recorded have not shown any sort of fruit of labor in finding out what exactly is up with you. Although I do want to talk about what's up with you, pointing to Rune. Uh, as you all get a better look at her, you see that her skin has a sort of faint blue tone to it. Still flesh colored, but has a very faint blue. And then on top of that, also carries a sort of s- carries its own sort of glow with her eyes glowing much like glowing a navy blue.
And her skin's actually glowing blue. It's not the result of the mushroom light.
The mushroom light is below the platform you are on currently. So
And
if it is, that would be a little impressive.
I thought it was
I
like
mean,
really huge. I didn't. Okay,
It is.
But it's still below
It
us.
is
it's still below.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
it is
yeah.
massive. You are on a floating platform above it.
Okay.
So like the edges of the platform are definitely glowing blue from the right, but you, like it could be reflecting onto her. She may just have a slight blue tinge to her skin. Who knows?
What's up with me is not much besides the stagger that we found and the fact that I've been away from a forge for weeks now, possibly years. I can't recall.
I can see the dark magic. It started to lace itself onto you. Very impressive that you have not found yourself chanting its devilish song.
Oh, it's chanting at me a lot, but
Not a
I
very
can
catchy
ignore it.
song.
You can say that.
Shark bait hoo-ha.
Of course, it only stands as a testament of your skill as a as a person to be able to hold such a blade and not feel its corruption twinge through you.
Hey, thanks for that. I don't think anybody else really acknowledged that so far. Then again, none of them have held it, so they don't really know.
I acknowledged it.
No, not many, not many of your life expectancy can really appreciate what that can do.
Hmm. How long do you live? What, like, if I may ask and it's not rude, what are you?
Oh, never ask a woman her age.
Damn,
You can make a diplomacy check if you want to push the issue.
I've been around. I've been around rude kids for so long. Pardon me. It's just curiosity.
Of course. She gives the same sort of light smile she gave the kobold, and you have that feeling of a southern hospitality go through you
Oh yeah,
as that sort of bless your heart attitude.
yep. But speaking of the dagger and other things that were recently mentioned, got I like leaning for like a stage whisper sort of to her.
She
When
allows
we
you to approach.
okay, we were helping out King Germon. Do you know him?
Ah, yes, the king, the leader of the banana kobolds in the forest.
Yes. They found a similar dark artifact in their land that had corrupted what, if I recall correctly, could have been a fertile kobold egg.
Mm.
And I'd been thinking, Andy over there, we don't know uh, what sort of kobold they are. Could it be a similar sort of deal with that? Could kobolds be corrupted by the magic? And
Yes, it would be quite the problem if darkness seeped into such a sacred place. Thankfully there has been no such presence of any dark artifacts here.
well, sorry for ruining that, but I mean, just what do you think about Andy though? Because for as long as I've known him, he doesn't seem malicious. Is
No,
dark
no.
magic inherently, you know?
Dark magic is not inherently evil. It's always about how you make use of it, how you hold it. One as strong as yourself must see that self-evident.
I mean, feels like I'm fighting a very strong current that really wants to be evil, though, you know?
Of course, everyone's got to fight that such an uphill battle, but you being such a strong warrior can fight through that, I'm sure. Please make a will save.
God damn it.
Anyone else can make a perception check.
Yeah, sure. Holy fuck.
Oh,
Job, Staszrich.
All right, so starting with Staszrich, you can see that her hands are sort of making very subtle motions as she is talking with with Rune. You don't immediately notice it, but then as soon as she starts saying like very key words that are sort of playing into Rune's inner ego, uh,
And my
you
chest is puffed
see
out.
you see that she is trying to cast some sort of enchantment on Rune. Aya, you notice you now notice where you recognize her from. When she's casting the spell, you notice that some of her scales that were hidden by her hair are glowing underneath on her neck. She's one of your clansmen.
So, as Staszrich sees this lady trying to cast a spell, Staszrich puts his arm around Rune and pats him on the back. Yep, Rune is a very strong individual, all right. And his will is quite incorruptible.
You know, I like it
Rune,
more coming from her. You don't have to spoil me.
Rune, you you do hear what Staszrich's saying, and you hear what she's saying, and you have that moment where like you have to think about how rude Staszrich was to you last few hours.
Yeah,
You
but
just like
also
In other words, this is not
have this
Georgia.
moment.
think about our
You
past, though, Rune. Think about the fact that, yes, I am an asshole, but in the very end, I always do try to do the right thing.
Are you saying this in character?
No. I'm telling you, Rune.
but yes,
Then Rune will
Rune,
not.
Damn
you
it.
have you have this moment where you're trying to like process what are your thoughts and not as Staszrich patting your shoulder keys you into the fact that everything that she's saying is also being repeated in your mind by the blade's voice.
Oh, hell
And
no.
you are able to snap out of it, but you are actually you find the memory of the blade saying it sort of like you're not exactly sure if that's what happened or not.
Yeah, I don't appreciate that.
I don't think I would either.
Don't appreciate what? I'm just
What are you trying to
congratulating
pull?
you on your skills. I wouldn't know what you're talking about.
I just glare at her.
Staszrich will
She
also glare.
continues to give a smile. Now, you wouldn't be saying anything negative about a matriarch, would you?
Hmm.
As
I
her
say
eyes
that
glimmer
you're...
for a moment, and if you take a slight peek around, for just a moment, you see every single kobold in the cave glancing at you with the same glow in their eyes. And then you blink and it's done.
I say it's about time that we might be I say it's about time that maybe we should check on Dusty.
Of course, you may go check on your riding steed. I do have a task for you, and I hope you understand that you must comply.
Just staring silently.
Do we have an agreement, Rune Kolvindr?
Tell us the task.
Mhm. She tapped her chin for a moment. There are some loose ends in the smithing village. I need someone who doesn't have such an appearance as one of my normal servants to go pick up a parcel from the smithing guild and make sure that it gets back to us properly. If one of the kobolds picks it up, it will simply not make it back here.
Sensing the hell out of this motive.
Of course.
Uh Okay, come on, server. Let's be nice.
Yeah, it's giving me issues over here too.
She's hiding the fuck out of something, and I want to know what. With a 22 versus her deception DC? If she is
You
hiding
already
something?
rolled 25.
Yeah, your
Yeah,
first one.
you
was-
rolled
yeah.
a 25.
I've rolled. Oh,
You
that's
rolled
not
a
on my
20.
end.
You're good. Yeah. So, cards on the table, basically. From what she is saying, there is something currently at the Smiths Guild that has a dark magic aura that she needs you to retrieve.
Hmm.
If you do, the kobolds cannot go get it because if the kobolds held such an artifact, you saw what happened when other humanoids touched such an artifact.
Hmm.
You've seen what Rune's going through, and you've seen what happened to others.
I will not
And,
mention this yet, but Staszrich will just go, yeah. Rune, I think we could take this mission.
Grr. And I bow to Her Majesty. As
I'm so glad.
sarcastically as I can muster with 10 charisma.
Make me a performance check.
Bam.
Your bow is a bit more honest than you meant it to be, but the sarcasm does flow through as you like put your foot behind your other foot in your bow.
Staszrich will not even bother with that formality and turn to walk away. Actually, you know what? No, not even turn. He's just gonna slowly walk backward.
Downstairs, down a spiral
Hold on, no,
staircase.
no,
I
no.
love that, but by her power.
Yeah, would you like to make an athletics check to go down those stairs back?
No. We're on the platform still. While we're still on the platform.
Yeah. We are still on the platform.
Yeah, while we're still on the platform.
And she gives a light smile and it's like, I'm glad that we could come to an agreement. Now, you're going to want to talk to the vice captain of the smithing guild, and he will be able to give you the information you need on how you can retrieve my parcel. Just remember, the rocks are always watching you.
What's the vice captain's name?
I will type it out and then I will pronounce it.
While we're on names, is Terra 1 R or 2 R's?
Terra is 2 R's.
Oh, I'm just going with one this whole time.
I'm assuming Terra, as in the Latin for Earth,
Yes.
which is 2 R's.
Okay, but when I've seen Final Fantasy Terra, I thought it was a
That's also 2 R's.
Yeah.
Never mind.
1 or 2 are both work. I was curious what people would be spelling it as.
All right,
I was going
Pooprat.
with 2 R's myself.
So it's divided in the middle of the party.
Yeah, me and Granny were both 1R.
God damn it.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
thinking
pass it
Earth as
along.
well, so.
Yeah.
Sounds
Oh,
like a
yeah.
Terra
Okay.
party.
Okay. See. Yeah. We.
Title of the session is Terra 1 or 2 R's?
The gang. The
That's
gang
3.
misspells Terra.
3 R's.
All right, you are
Terra.
going to. My apologies, Andy. I did not mean to use your voice. Paul Xander is who you are searching for.
Paulo
That is the
Xanderus.
best.
What? Paulo Xanderus?
Yeah, Paul Xander is the vice captain of the smithing guild. You have any more questions about your mission?
Yeah, I got one. Can we leave?
Of course. One of my servants will show you a way out of the mountain with your trusty steed in tow.
I start walking down the stairs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Staszrich follows.
As you start walking away, now a little shaken potentially by the situation, you get tapped on the shoulder by Boulder.
What do you want?
Oh, I was just gonna tell you that a really interesting lady started climbing the mountain. She's going really fast.
Oh.
What? What do you
How
mean?
fast? How fast are we talking?
You know, just like probably twice as fast as you could go.
Oh, that's not very fast at all. We're slow as hell.
Well, how many of you keep an eye on people?
Our clan here in the mountain, we range around 1,000, and you know, everyone's got to do things throughout the day to serve Mystera, so we've got about around 100 on guard at any one point, checking various areas.
Hmm.
Okay.
What do you exactly know about Miss Terra?
Boulder looks at you and sort of tilts their head. Why would you ask?
Curiosity. I am a scholar, after all.
Of course.
How long has she been here?
Sort of look at you both and think for a moment. One of you will need to roll a persuasion check if you diplomacy check if you want this information. It's diplomacy, not persuasion, right?
Ah, yeah, that's entirely
right.
you.
20.
All right. Hera has been here for quite a while. Um, our matriarch has been ruling in place of our king ever since he got ill.
Who is your king?
He preferred to just be referred to as king.
And
He is the original kobold, the one that was gifted life by Gaia herself.
And where is the king? As I am a doctor, I may be able to heal him.
Hera has been keeping a close eye on him when he is at his bedside. She has not allowed any visitors. She is taking the utmost care of him. He has his full faith put in her.
Right.
Okay, lore question. Has this fantasy trope been written in any books in this world?
You said fantasy.
Library lore.
This trope has been written in books before, yes.
Okay. Rune doesn't read much fiction, so it's a moot point.
Yes, the subjugation of a ruler by someone who gains their trust and then slowly poisons them is something that has been written about before.
Okay.
Hmm.
Anyone read fiction here? Anyone catching on in the party?
You can take book lore at any time. Library lore,
Okay.
also a book lore.
Do not have book lore.
No.
I have society. Can that? Maybe.
I mean, like to what angle, right? Like, what information are you trying to glean with the society check? Is sort of what I would be asking.
What
If you were
trope?
gonna do that.
Maybe we could also try to glean an insight into how this situation was solved in those fictional things.
I will give this to you without a check. Normally, it involves a knight in shining armor slaying them after they become a dragon.
Oh well,
The vomit need to get to a town with a forge.
that's annoying.
Dragons, notably, primarily fictional creatures in this world. There has not been any recorded actual dragons.
Mm.
But yeah, they're as far as like gleaning a solution to this problem. Normally the issue is everyone has their. You would need to find a way to shake everyone's trust in someone they intrinsically trust.
Hey Boulder, quick question.
Yes.
If she allows no visitors, how can you be
Mhm.
so sure that the king is safe?
I would never have to doubt Miss Terra. Miss Terra has been very kind to us all, and has always made sure that she is doing the best that she can for all of us.
One
And
thing.
you notice a slight blue glow in their eyes as well when you prod such a question.
Noted. Staszrich will glance at Aya and just kind of, make a motion of let's keep moving.
Mm-hmm. Nod and make our way out of here.
All right, Rune, let's go get Dusty,
Mm-hmm.
and then let's get ready to get out of these mountains.
As soon as we reach Dusty, I'm checking his eyes.
Yeah, please make a perception check to check on Dusty.
$19.
Yeah, just get Terra into NFTs. Easy fix. Non fungible rocks. Dusty's eyes do
Non-fungible
not.
terrain.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my god, the hive mind.
God damn it, no. No.
But yeah, as you both as you look into Dusty's eyes, there's no sign of any magic of any sort of glow in Dusty's eyes.
Just that same charming blank stare. Good old
Yeah.
Dusty.
As you look into Dusty's eyes, the dagger actually tells you it's like she can't work that quick. Come on now. Don't need to be that paranoid already.
You shut the hell up, I say out loud.
What?
Huh?
No.
Huh?
You said you said
Sorry.
it out loud, so we're all like, what?
Dagger talking to you again?
Let's just move on.
Yes.
Being a little prick.
I'm not being a little prick. That's what a dagger is. I'm just telling you the truth.
Sorry,
She will-
you're flubbing me up here. You're saying you're not a little prick, but that's what a dagger is. You're a dagger.
No. The dagger is just.
Ha,
a
I
tool.
got you. You got to self-destruct now because you made a logical mistake.
Yeah,
You can't even hear me, Staszrich.
I'm drunk.
can now, bitch.
I have drunk
mean, you-
powers.
I'm
Yeah.
telling him everything you say.
Well, you wouldn't want to repeat what I'm saying to such open ears currently. I'm trying to help you, you know.
All right,
Never
let's get
mind,
Dusty
fine,
in our
I'll take it
wagon and let's get out of here.
So now Boulder will lead you over to a platform that has 4 kobolds standing on it at the 4 corners of this sort of like platform of rock that has been lifted out of the ground. And it's like, here, we will take you to the smithing village so that you can help Miss Tara.
Sounds good.
We'll be delighted.
Now, what did Final Fantasy 12 call these the dais of ascension?
I think so, but it's been years.
Yeah.
The only part I remember about Final Fantasy 12 was trying to outfit everybody with guns.
Yeah, the point being is that Final Fantasy 12 decided they needed to fantasyize elevators by calling it like the dais of ascension. It's like, no, this is stupid.
Yeah, but that's fantasy
Anyhow.
for you.
Yes.
Yeah, let's
And
let's go.
finality. Yeah, so you are now raised up off the ground by this platform that is able to ascend thanks to honestly some rather genius technology. You've seen gears working on towers before, but now we have 2 kobolds that are basically making sure the platform can support its own weight, and then the other two kobolds are constantly spinning gears to let this continue to climb upwards as you stand on what is an elevator.
Hmm.
And you're able to make your way up to the to a wall that they then halt on and say, "All right, this is where you can enter the smithing village."
All right.
This wall.
Yes, here. As they put their hands on it, and it's like, "Ready?"
Sure.
Yeah.
And you all phase through the wall and find yourselves outside of the smithing village that Rune calls home.
When they do that, is it arcane in nature?
Could be nature in nature.
It is not arcane in nature. It might be nature in nature.
I should rephrase to magical in nature.
It it is earth in nature.
Moving on.
It is magical in nature. If you wanted to make a check to understand it, you would be making a nature check.
Oh, okay.
I tried.
Wow.
Hey, there you go.
I can roll net 20s, I found out.
Yeah. I mean, rolling 2 nat 1s in a row, you gotta get that luck paid back eventually, right?
Yep.
Yeah. As you take a look around, while you're being shifted through the wall, you see that magic in this world is like weaving. Basically, any sort of magic is done through weaving the sort of strands of magic that are going through the air, the sort of innate magic that is floating around in the air. You sort of have to like drag it out and move it around. As such, what you are used to is seeing them being inscribed into runes or into the sort of way to condense magic orbs, where they're sort of compacted and built up to make a pure orb of magic. In this case, the kobolds are the orbs. They are the strands of magic. They are inherent. What you recognize is that these kobolds, at least, this might be the case for all kobolds. You're not sure. These kobolds are inherently magical. They are effectively able to do sorcery. Think like sorcerers in 5e, where
Okay.
they just have innate magic that they can control, and as such, they are able to cast Shape Earth at any level they wish innately. It just costs them immense amounts of energy.
So would I know that the Shape Earth spell that they're casting, would I know that if it were to stop us halfway through a wall, whether or not we'd be trapped there, or if it would have a failsafe and be shunted out?
You know that they could trap you there if they wanted to.
God damn it.
Well, Rune, since it's your village, I suggest you go first and introduce us.
Does it just shunt
Perhaps
us right
show us
outside of the village?
the inn so we may rest.
They shunted you like a few like a quick stride outside the village. You're not like just at the gate to the village, but you are basically right there.
Oh yeah, I know a few inns we can go to for a quick drink, but I'm heading to the forge right away, and no one's stopping me. So
That's fine. All right, let's just leave.
Alrighty. So where we you tell us about the village, Rune, since it is your town of San Vito that you are familiar with.
town of San Vito got some cliff faces that are a bit staggered in layers, so you got like multiple plateaus in which you got sort of wooden docks that are resting on the sides to extend those faces out some more. That's where all the buildings are resting on. You got some smithies built into the side of the mountain. You got closer to the top of it, you got like this flat area of land with some grass on the top of the mountain where riding drakes are being trained, good old San Vito racing drakes. Down towards the bottom somewhere, there's like a small race court. It's a bit of a tourist attraction. Not many people use it, but like once every year or two, there's a big event there. You see some smoke billowing towards the far end of the town. That's where the Kolvindr smithy is at. Pretty big, probably the second biggest one there. And yeah, plenty of bustle, hardworking people there. There's a mine. Good stuff.
Very good. Take a hero point.
I'm at 3. I should use those when I roll that ones.
I give a pause. I always give a chance.
I wanted to keep going. I wanted 3 net ones.
That is fair.
Gotta hoard them all. You might
God.
you don't know. You might need later.
Yeah, we might be in battle with terror here shortly.
Gotta roll them all. All right, yeah. So as you enter the village of San Vito, it is a quiet day, you would say. Most of the village smithies are hard at work. You can every step you take through the town, you can hear the roar of a furnace and the preparation of metals, as this town is well known for its ability to take any material and forge it into the best blade you've seen. And you
Yes.
said that you want. Where did you want to go first, Rune?
As soon as we step in, the nearest smithy doesn't even have to be my own. I just go towards the nearest forge and I start huffing in air like I'm breathing fresh air for the first time in years. Just leaning on some random smithy's post.
Ah, Rune.
Oh my
What made you
God.
come over to a lesser one such as us?
For the air. I needed this. I've been away from the forge for what feels like months.
Yeah. Hear the Kolvindr smithy has been cold the last few days.
Ah, damn, has it? What's going on?
I don't know. Figured you might know what's going on.
Not a clue. I just sent them a potential customer. In fact, that's no good.
Well, better make your way down then.
Ah, shit. I take 2 more huffs and I start running towards back the group. We gotta go.
Where?
Kolvindr shop.
Okay.
Handle that.
They're cold. We don't know why.
As you look, Rune, and you recognize again the familiar plume of smoke that comes into the air. You've been in this town a lot. You recognize this stuff. The familiar plume of smoke that would be coming out of the Kolvindr smithing stations. They aren't in the air. Remember the last time this happened is when your great grandpappy died.
Oh,
Rune, what is going on?
hold on. Let's just go there and find out. That doesn't look good.
Clear skies?
Yeah. Last time this happened, it's when our good old Grandpappy Balder died, founder of the Forge.
Hmm.
All right, as you
Staszrich nods
all
and
make
runs along
Yeah.
with Rune.
as you all run into the more dense smithing district, it is jam packed as everyone is going on their way to do business, except for one veritably large sized building that has a note on its door and nobody around it.
Is that your
What's the
forge?
note say? Looks like it. What's the note say?
As you pick up the note to read it, you don't understand it at first, but then the dagger starts translating it for you. Let this mark what it means to be a traitor. In the Guild of Darkness, there can be none. There will never be another light.
What the hell?
Staszrich will put his ear up to the door to listen.
Roll a perception check. There is no sound coming in from inside that you can tell.
I don't hear anything, Rune.
There's an old rusty anvil out front that looks like it's been discarded. I tip it over to get the key underneath, open the door.
You notice that the old rusty anvil in front has a few more chips in it than before.
Can I discern what those could be?
Yeah, make a. Do you have smithing as a check? I forget.
I have guild lore. I have crafting's a skill.
Crafting,
Yes, I
yeah.
would take crafting.
Do you want me to make the
That's a
crafting? Okay.
22.
How did that happen?
Net one, net 20, net one.
You're on a goddamn roller coaster. It's
Alright.
mostly going downhill.
So yeah, as you check this, check the old anvil, you see that it's taken some battle wear recently. It's been slashed at. You notice it looks like it was taking the form of an X.
The hell's slashing at our anvil?
Now you may make a guild war check.
21.
You think about it for a moment, and you think about the days when you were an adept in the smithing world. You were still learning your way, but you were working alongside Holga and working with your grandfather, working with everyone that works at the smithy. And you think back to what's been going on the last few months, and this X signifies to you that Fenia has been doing business here recently, because that X is the demarcation that the sort of the stand-in for the Duchess and their people whenever they come in. She doesn't come in herself. She has someone that goes in for them. Their name was notes, please.
Their name is.
No,
Sounded like
No.
Dusty came in there for a second.
their name. They were just known as Xenos. Apologies, Andy. They were just known as Xenos. They were they wore plate mail, and they were the one that handled any of the deals that involved buying weaponry from your guild, or sorry, from your smithy.
Oh,
And
okay.
you remember that their sort of way of their chest plate had a massive X on it. Their headpiece had a massive X on it. Their crossguard had an X on it. This guy fucking loved the letter X.
Elon
Hell, the
Musk.
lame piece of shit carved an X into a solid chunk of anvil. That takes
Yes.
dedication.
Yes, dedication. And then as you say that, it's like, or a dark magic blade.
Do you have to? I did not ask for your input the last 5 times you've given it.
I figured you would want to know that it seems like your family has become a traitor in the eyes of in face of the Guild of Darkness. If you'd rather me not have, I could have just not told you what that note said.
Hmm.
No, this is a give and
I'll give
take
you that one.
relationship, Rune. I'm doing
Just-
everything here. I've tried to corrupt you, and now like you're still using me, so I've got to do something here. Come on.
Just give off a bad first impression, man. Like, I don't know any of your hobbies except that you're kind of evil. You got anything besides that?
I'm stuck in a dagger.
Well,
Mr. Norris, very ignorant again.
you seem like all the things you want to do pertain to you being a dagger, though. You could, like, try to get out.
I'm a fragment of someone's soul. I don't get just to get to escape. If I leave this dagger, I'm dead.
I can give you, like, little mechanical, like what Andy's got going on.
All right, we need to stop shit talking this for a moment. Go see if your family's still alive. Christ.
You. That's what I was doing until you interrupted me.
This like I said, this deserves to be the sitcom. Rune and the Dark Blade.
My apologies for providing context, Rune. Maybe I should just try to corrupt you again. Shit.
God, it'd be less annoying. I'll open the door.
So yeah, as you open the door, you see that there's something that you didn't notice immediately at the doorstep, but you do notice immediately as you look down at the ground, as you unlock and open the door to the smithy. Uh, there was a blade that's being traced through the floorboards, basically, carving it as they walk through.
Is it an X?
It is not making an X, but it is
Lacking.
it is a straight line that is just being dragged through the floor with what you have to know is an absurdly sharp woodcutting sword, or otherwise empowered. If not for the fact that this likely has endangered your family in some way, you'd be immediately impressed by the craftsmanship.
Still a little bit impressed.
Oh yeah.
Those are hardwood floors, guys.
Uh-huh, but what
And
do we
it cut
do
through
about
it
it?
like it's butter.
God damn.
All right, now,
Andy,
would
Olga.
everyone? Yeah, as you call out, you hear a little bit of rustling further in, but there's no response.
Staszrich puts on the gauntlet.
I'm like power walking through.
It's about time to deal some lethal damage. You're gonna power
As
walk through?
you-
Yeah, I'm power walking towards this rustling.
All right, Staszrich will
As
follow
you
you.
walk in and through, and you look around, the smithy is just like you left it, except what you notice as you look around is that they have been given much higher grade materials to work with as of late, and you notice that there are a bunch of different bins that are labeled with similar glyphs that you couldn't identify before. But when you look at them, the dagger just automatically translates them. As you look at them, it looks like there were crates here that were dark magic, like dark magic orbs that were refined and used in smithing in this building.
Okay. You hold that thought, Dagger, because I'm casting detect metal, and I'm looking for metal weapons that are out of place, like
Yeah,
some
as you scan
weapons on an
around,
intruder.
yeah, as you scan around, there are no weapons that seem to be on any sort of intruder. But what you do see as you scan around, you see normal ones on the racks, and you see one that is definitely pushed into the ground at an angle.
Yeah, approach that one.
All right, as you turn the corner and see what that is, you see Bjorn.
Hey, Bjorn, you good?
You look at him on the ground, impaled with a sword.
Oh shit!
Bjorn?
Here.
Bjorn?
Clear the way. Clear the way. Hold up.
Rune.
Uncle, what happened?
Please
the hell
make
is this?
Staszrich
either
will-
of you, Staszrich or Andy, you can make it. Or sorry, Staszrich, Andy, Rune, anyone can make a some sort of magic check, whether Arcana, Nature, anything. Work for this.
As soon as the page
you
refreshes.
see the
Load my character sheet, damn it. Okay. Let's see. What type of checks? Magic and
any of the magical checks. So Nature, Arcana, Occultism, Religion.
why did I do this to myself? I mean, they're all equal. Let's see. No, just for fanciness, I'm gonna go occultism. I haven't used that one in a while.
All right.
Fuck.
All right. Well, no,
0
it is all right. All of you can tell what's going on here.
Oh.
As you look at the wound, it looks like that. First off, something that Staszrich you can tell immediately. The sword wound was done so impressively as to make sure that he could not move without causing any further injury to himself, but without hitting any critical arteries immediately.
That is
So like
that's impressive.
yeah, impressive if not terrifying. But the important part that this roll is for, all of you can tell that this sword was coated with some sort of dark magic, as it is starting to there's a necrosis going on basically.
Oh.
The wound is eating away. As Bjorn sort of looks up at Rune and is like,
Uncle, what's going on? Who did this?
that damned Duchess. She wanted us to make she
Staszrich?
wanted us
Yep, I'm on it. Medicine check. Let's go.
She wanted you to make what?
to make awful. That is
That's a
Staszrich, would you like to use a hero point?
Yeah, I would. Motherfucker.
Unfortunately,
Would you like to
You
use
do
a
have
better
to-
hero point?
No, I don't have any more. Remember, I shit
Yeah.
talked and
Can I-
lost my.
Can I give one of my hero points?
No.
No.
Unfortunately not.
Staszrich just slits his fucking throat. That's it.
No, no, no. As you attempt to like use your medical tools, a piece of your medical kit is compromised by the necrosis on the dark magic as it actually just eats away one of your tools.
What the hell?
You feel like you
Can I use
cannot
Dispel
safely
Magic?
interact with this. You can try.
Okay, how do you
Please
fuck-
make your counteract check. Just click the button click the word counteract.
Oh, okay. 24.
Unfortunately, you fail.
Damn.
Damn.
This is a powerful. And to be clear,
Yeah.
sorry, I should be clear. You rolled a success. However, its counteract rank is higher than 3.
Hmm.
This is a powerful, absurdly powerful dark, like, sort of looking at it and thinking back to when the dagger was used. There was there's just that sort of moment when you think about it. It's like this is still sort of glowing, very evil purple almost, as it's sort of eating away. And Bjorn sort of looks like, stop, just let me have a moment with you, boy. As Bjorn puts a hand on your forearm, Rune. She wanted us to use that dark magic. Be able to use them on ballistas. She wanted us to pepper the fucking countryside with bird shot of that.
Dark magic bird shot. What the hell? Why'd they do this to you?
I couldn't. Olga and Andy, they were ready to just go along with it. They were buying into her bullshit. Couldn't have it. So they said that they were leaving the shop to me and going to stay in her kingdom to be able to better help. Leaving the shop to me so it can rot. Next week, Zeno strolls in. And
Who did this?
yeah,
Hold
he
on,
had
hold on,
me.
Bjorn,
He had
hold
me
on.
make a.
Jesus Christ. I cannot spend a hero point for something a bit unconventional. Can I try to prepare a
I
different
will
spell?
listen.
I would like to prepare fold metal.
I will allow this.
Okay. I would like to try and fold metal the sword into an egg and try to like shift it upwards out of the wound.
Alrighty. Fold metal. You bend no larger than an egg. The target reverts to its original shape only when you dismiss a spell. Creatures that see the reshaped object can attempt a perception check too. Okay. So you are saying that you wish to touch the sword.
Yeah, I'm grabbing the hilt and I'm trying to shift the metal upwards towards the hilt out of the wound
Alright.
into an egg.
Yeah, I get you. And how long does this last? Let's see, that's 10 minutes. All right, you are able to fold the metal. You are able to make it. It doesn't actually get as small as an egg. It gets to about this. Oh, egg-like. It's more like an ostrich egg at this point.
Okay.
It is a bigger sword.
Yeah.
can't quite fold that metal that small. But you are able to fold it to remove it from the wound. There is, however, still an open wound that there is necrosis going through. But you have removed the part that was caught, just like you have removed the sword. Thumbs up. Might make it easier to work on. I would allow Staszrich to be able to roll a new medicine check.
All right. No, listen, I just met you, but would you mind if I performed a risky procedure to try to get this wound closed?
Do you mind dropping your pants and coughing?
Just do what you're gonna do.
Got
Might
it.
be a corpse here in a moment anyway.
Well, here, while I work, why don't you tell Rune what he needs to know?
Your grandparents. They're in Fenia's domain now. They're working directly for her. They're here. They're gonna keep helping him, forging our weapons for such a bastard.
Hey, I'll get them out. It's okay.
Your father and
Ye-
your mother, they're being held prisoner.
Huh?
They're being held prisoner. Those two, they were gonna go along to make sure that they got settled in well, trying to just be as nice about it as they could. Your mother, since you left, she's always been worried about what your granddad's gonna do next. His costs have been getting worse, and his attitude.
Well, shit.
And when Xenos came in, he was blabbing about all this shit, telling me how stupid I was, saying that the only people stupid were Oscar and Sigrid. So
He's gonna eat those words.
I know you'll make sure he does. As he sort of clasps your forearm as Staszrich continues to work. Deal your 1d8 slashing damage, please.
Ah, shit. It's gonna deal
I'm
max,
squeezing
watch.
through. Okay. Okay.
All right.
To heal him for...
Roll. Yeah, roll your success. You were able to get a critical success, so roll it.
Plus, I gotta remember all my features. I think it's round 15 because of all my features, so 48 plus 15. Hey. Did it roll? Because it disconnected
not.
me. There.
There we go. It just rolled. All right. Yeah. So the problem, there is still the necrotic nature of the wound cannot be fixed. You have put him in a point where he is more stable, but your medical prowess, despite not having an understanding of what this poison is, he's probably got a month. Unless a cure for this can be found.
Well, managed to seal it up, but I have some bad news, guys.
Strong.
Unless we can find a cure for this medicine, I can't counteract the magic. The magic that's coursing through the veins. He's probably got... I bought him like a month. Unfortunately, my medicine can't...
We'll find something.
We will. We will find something. You can sure as hell bet on it.
As Bjorn sits themselves a bit after they are after a strong coughing fit. You know, been 3 days, boy. I was ready to give up.
There for 3 days.
Yeah, it's just been eaten away. As As
Need
you
some
like
food.
take a look now that there's not a sword there and it's been healed, he sort of got like a he sort of just has like a sort of hole in his chest now. It's been patched up a bit, but the hole is still sort of just there. And there's a circle of like the purple necrosis that is showing on it. It's like, yeah, yeah. Get to
Yeah.
the fridge. Give me one of the sandwiches. You know the ones.
Yeah. Honey, ham, and mustard. What's up, Andy?
Well, you're from this town. Is there nobody that would be able to have the skill to deal with this around here, or
Fucking everywhere we've been, there's been nobody that can deal with this sort of stuff. This dark magic is just all sorts of shit.
I didn't think Duchess Fenia's influence would reach this far, though.
Duchess Fenia and her house have had agreements going this far for a good while. So this is sort of just Rune wrote his own grave on this one. We'll be real about it.
I did. Yeah.
Said said told me about his grandparents and said that they sided with Fenia. It's like, oh really? All right.
I also thought this town was like way more to the west in my head.
I mean, it is. You are much further to the west than you were before. You are like
Oh, okay.
definitely like let's pull up the world map.
Okay. Because in my head, I thought they were like on opposite sides of the continent.
Pulling up the continent, like San Vito is definitely farther from the west than you may have expected, but it's still definitely pretty close to where Fenia is, because Fenia is based out of San Fio.
Sanfio, the rival town.
On if you look on our trusty map that was drawn, so definitely like
Did you
closer. It is closer to what? Sorry.
did you bring the map up, or is that like in the
No,
Discord? Is that where? Oh,
I was bringing up the one that was posted in the Discord. My apologies.
okay.
Oh,
I bet.
whoops.
It has had problems loading up in the Foundry. I'll get it fixed before next time. But
All right. I'm rushing back with a sandwich to Uncle Bjorn, and I tell him, "Hey, next time you should jump when they try to stab you. That belly can block anything."
yeah, is that what it's time for? Well, you've
Eh,
got you had an eye that could block a sword. That's for sure.
look, nothing's wrong with my eye.
Damn! You got fucking
Is that
told.
right? Is that right, boy? No,
Why does everyone think my
got
eye's
the
gone?
Xenos.
Said the Avatar.
He got the jump on. He got the jump on me. He came in, said that he just wanted to do business for himself. I was still distraught.
Well, at least he stabbed you with a nice sword. That thing, sharp as hell.
Yeah, grandfather crafted it.
Really
Well,
now?
yeah. He he went to town on that prepping it for he went to town prepping that for our greatest Stefan our greatest effing client ever since the darkness started to spread.
Wow, good for
He sort of
him.
just
Fucking.
spits in it, like sort of just like that sort of spits on the ground at that. Look how it cut through the fucking hardwood. God, this is gonna
I
be hell to
know.
repair.
Christ, it's like a month of pay right there.
Yeah, boy, it's gonna be a weird one if we can't get this can't can't get some more clients.
You said they took Holga, right?
Yes.
It's been 10 years. She can still hold a hammer at 107.
Yes.
She fucking scares me. I love her, but wow.
She's a scary woman. She beat plague twice since you left. Some people have started saying that death's scared of her.
Rightfully should be. Hey, you're gonna reach 107 too, okay?
Yeah, we'll see if I can even reach 71.
That reddish brown mustache of yours is gonna be pure white.
Oh, there's no pepper in this salt. That's for sure. As
paprika.
he balances himself with his smithing hammer that was left discarded on the side. And he's like, "All right, let's get over to the forge. I wanna talk to you for. If I'm gonna be making it past this month, I'm not really the adventuring type. Can't really offer payment either. What I can offer, I'm a smith. I'm a runesmith at that. So if you got anything you want to fix onto it, I can get that done."
Hey, I'm a runesmith too. I elbow him.
God
Shut
damn
up,
it.
boy. You can still barely hold this hammer.
Try holding the hammer.
I can hold a hammer, Staszrich.
He said you couldn't.
Motherfucker has Mjolnir.
He's just testing you. You're all Captain America on it.
This hammer is, as you remember from being a kid, this is a hammer that was forged specifically for Bjorn as his coming of age, with the sort of the game that he would play with Holga, is that he would have to lift the hammer to be allowed to work at the smithy. And this thing is, so think about trying to lift a one box that was just filled with cement.
Oh, it's filled with lead.
Just heavy ass shit. And you're just thinking, like, how the hell am I gonna lift this? And if you do want to try to lift it, Rune, please make an athletics check.
Yeah. 18.
You're able to lift it off the ground, but you cannot lift it up higher.
What?
Can I try?
Hmm.
Can I try?
Now hold on.
I do also want to give it a try.
Here, boy.
Yeah.
Andy gets a hernia.
I forgot that the mage hand does not help with that.
Yeah.
With my hero point, does a 20 lift it more?
A 20 lifts it more, yes. And Staszrich,
then
you
I-
were able to lift it to the same degree that that Rune is able to.
Oh, this is.
Yeah. Now
Hold
give it to
on.
Andy. Thunk.
Hold on. Staszrich is going to study the hammer for a moment.
Yeah.
It's a hammer. What are you looking at?
Well, I'm studying its shape to see if I can. Ah,
Andy,
nope.
you believe that this hammer
Nope.
truly is Mjolnir.
Andy's like, as they're trying to like lift it out of the ground, I think they ended up more in the ground than.
I mean, the hardwood floors are damaged enough.
Yeah.
Andy's struggling because Mage Hand can only lift 5 libs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Libs.
but yeah,
Did you seriously just say libs?
Oh my god,
yeah,
no.
it can lift
5
can lift
liberals.
5.
No.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, as you do get it a bit off the ground, Rune, Bjorn looks proud of you. Is like, boy, all right, maybe you have gotten something out of this whole seeing the world of yours.
Okay, this is harder than I thought, though. I gotta set this down now.
Here.
Yeah.
Let's try to lift it together.
Yeah. I lift it partway up and then leave all the weight to you.
Oh no.
Uh,
Gonna end badly.
nope. I'm rolling worse than before.
Yeah, Staszrich, that is a failure.
Hey, now, don't damage the
You-
floor or else you're going to pay for it.
The
Jeez.
floor is already damaged enough, and plus yeah, I could probably craft a new floor.
I see you found some siblings on your journey. All right. Bjorn picks it
Yeah.
up like it's nothing.
Oh,
And then
God.
goes back over to the goes into the proper forge area.
While
And it's like-
Bjorn's back is turned, Staszrich looks at Rune and he mouths, like, "What the
Oh,
hell?"
no. That fucking old man strength.
As he goes to light the forge, is like, Christ, this thing got to leave to cinders, eh?
Yep.
All right. Well, as I was saying before, can't offer too much, but what I can do is I can craft y'all some magical weapons so that you've got something, as I'm sure your road forward's only going to be more difficult. So, I'm going to get started working on that express order. When y'all are getting ready to leave, or if y'all come back with some sort of cure for me, I'll give them to you. So that way you have a chance against what you're facing. I can tell just by looking in your eyes, boy, that you're facing some personal demons too. And I'm sure seeing this side didn't help. But
I would
I know
say the
you've got-
demons weren't so personal until now.
well, I know that you're gonna do what you can. Also, be careful if you're visiting the smithing guild. I know that Fenny has been and such a great client lately.
Hmm.
So
Well,
even though she's acquired her own smiths, there might be some unwanted eyes there.
would we have to disguise Rune in order to get in?
I don't see why you would. I mean,
I can just take the bandage off, no one will recognize me.
Have you had that bandage for
When?
that long?
when you last
I injure
shaved
my
that
head a
bandage,
lot.
Rune?
It's a fresh wound every week.
Brain damage. Just
Probably.
don't
That
go
what the
asking.
dagger
I brained my damage.
Just don't go asking the wrong questions. If you want to do disguises, I mean, maybe give another chance. But if you ask too many questions, I don't know. You might get yourself in a brawl.
How are you going
Well,
to stay safe here? It's obvious you're back when the smoke starts pillowing through those chimneys, so
Well,
you got a cart.
that's
You
something.
can ride in the back.
I respect you, boy, but I'm not leaving this forge, whether I'm alive or dead. This is where I was born. This is where I grew up. It's where I've lived my whole life.
look, when you're
Sprinkle some glitter all over it. Nobody will want to clean it up to claim it. Then when we get back, well, we'd have to clean it shit.
I'll figure something out.
look, I mean, if you were to die, it wouldn't exactly be your choice to keep your body here. At least on the road, you can spend, this last month with your nephew while we look for a cure.
Looky
Well, I
here.
should be closer to the healer than.
Plus, I could
haven't
keep an eye on you.
I haven't known you long. I don't even know your name yet.
Name's Samson
shit stain.
Staszrich. No, you're the shit
All right.
stain.
To the kobolds, at
Alright.
least.
Staszrich, I don't know you that well. You don't know me that well. You need to understand something. In this smithing village, forge going cold, that's fate worse than death for a lot of people. The name Kolvindr is about to be dragged through more mud than a pig in a sauna. Kolvindr name is about to be tarnished beyond repair. Unless I can do something about it here. I need to keep the Kolvindr name alive because it is about to be put through more hell than I was put through when I was run through with that fucking sword. Because my uncle's making the stupidest fucking mistake of his life. And all I
Hear,
can do
hear.
about it is either go on the road with y'all and watch myself get worse and make Rune have to see all that, or I can stand here as a strong fucking man while I still have strength in these bones and work. Are you gonna take that away from me? Are you gonna
No.
make my nephew watch me die if we don't find something?
No. No, I'm not.
That's what I fucking thought.
I am
Alright.
very sorry that I have offended you with such a notion.
I understand that you care, I get it. I'm sure y'all will find something. When you come back, I'll have some nice shiny new weapons for you. So, don't you worry about that. You use gauntlets?
Well, not entirely. I mostly grab people and then punch them until they're knocked out. I'm not, given my profession, knocking out is the much more preferable approach to dealing with things rather than
Of
killing.
course.
The gauntlets is just
What about, is there a way that he can get an improved medicine bag? Because his tools did just kind of disintegrate inside of you.
do you have any sharp daggers? I think I lost my think that necrosis of yours did eat my scalpel a little bit. But
Plus one scalpel.
could you make me some I don't know, magical gloves that would enhance my ability to
Yeah, I know how to work with that stuff. I can get you set up, don't worry.
Well, hold on. Let me think it over. I need to consider some things.
Of course. Take your time. Now,
I'm dying or anything,
no.
No, it won't take that long.
I've got to melt down the raw materials, so don't worry. We got some time before I need to forge it proper. Rune, what are you using these days?
I just got my trusty staff here, and in fact, I was wondering if maybe you could just work with the material that's already here and improve upon it.
Of course I can.
Yeah.
Means you'd have to leave it here, but I can definitely do that.
Yeah, sure thing. As long as you get to take a piece with you when I bash Fenia's head in, because goddamn.
Oh yeah, we'll make
leave
sure
a piece
you're.
with you in the staff, or you get what I mean. I'm fucking
Yeah,
tired.
I get you. Don't worry,
Long
boy.
road.
One last thing. I need you to drop a letter off at the post office. I'm gonna be staying here. I need to get my son back here. It's been a few years, but I hear that he's been going to the academy and doing good. So I'm
Yeah?
gonna see if he wants to come back into the family business.
Okay. Keep an eye out for a letter. Is there still
Yeah.
room for 2 in this forge?
Oh yeah, boy. Sure is.
Okay.
How about
I
3?
might.
There is their beds upstairs. They didn't take them with them, so there's haven't really touched the room. They took their belongings, but
I wasn't really thinking about sleeping. I was thinking I just bought some formula from the Steely Sundries and Co. name that I remember. That was the actual name. I didn't have to say it in a silly voice. Okay. But I bought a
Very good.
formula for a good piece of armor that I was going to try and smith. But Do you think you could
Oh,
finish
yeah,
that
boy?
if I give it a start? It will take a
Oh
while.
yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'd be willing to help out with you. You just
Okay.
need to you'll just need to do the initial work.
All right.
If you'd like to do that, make a crafting check. Working in such a familiar forge and with an extra pair of hands, you have a circumstance bonus of +5.
Do I press A? Yes. I'm gonna use my last hero point. I don't have a hero point.
Here. How about this? How about?
No, 17's fine. 17's fine.
I mean, I could aid you.
You had 3 hero points. You should have a hero point still, right?
I used the last one on trying to lift the hammer.
Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I only
Right,
count
right.
one other use of a hero point. Where did the other? Okay, what were the? So you tried to lift the hammer. Okay, you did
he has
this.
to- he has to
I
use
made
the-
a
he has to use the
crafting
spell.
check.
You made the crafting check.
So, yeah, and then he has to use the spell.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, that one.
the full metal.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, you're able to get some start on it. It's gonna take a bit longer just because it's so much material, but it is started. If when you come and check in
Okay.
on him, he may have it ready for you, but it may take a bit longer.
Okay, so I no longer have my breastplate. I no longer have my gauntlet, my padded armor, or anything else that is used in the making of full plate mail.
Correct.
Good.
You also don't have your quarter.
A while.
You also don't have your quarterstaff because
Do you have anything? Did you give him the clothes on your back too? Here, enchant these. While you're at it.
all right. Bjorn sort of looks at you. It's like, God, you're pitiful sometimes, Rune. All right.
Is there no rent a room?
I know.
No. Just be glad you got your uncle looking out for you. And pats you on the back, and then he opens up one of the stocking shelves and pulls out a fresh suit of what you've been wearing for you to have while you're waiting.
I will add those to my inventory right away that I just deleted.
God damn it.
Very good.
Thank
And
you.
as far as what weapon you're gonna be using, this was your dad's. And he pulls out a what you remember as your father had a pretty strong limp ever since he retired from being a miner. He used a walking staff that you never actually saw him use for combat, but as you hold this old walking staff in your hands now, you recognize that it is definitely well equipped for battle, and it functions just as a normal quarterstaff.
Hold on, I don't remember him beating people with this. Is that
You
just running the
never
family?
Only his children.
you never
Damn.
paid attention, eh?
I was in the forge
he
all the time.
always- Yeah. Always had your head down. No. He used this whenever he got in fights down in the mines. And then ever since he retired from the mines, he kept it as a good luck charm.
Just started beating people in the streets.
He left it here, which makes me think that he wanted me to give it to you.
Well, shucks. Take good care of it.
Damn right you better. He'd kick your ass if it was damaged. You know how he thought about this thing.
Yeah.
Did more than
I'm
you.
scared of this more than the fucking cursed dagger I got on me.
You got a cursed dagger on you?
Yeah, you wouldn't
That's a
happen to
long
know
story.
you wouldn't happen to know how to destroy dark magic daggers, would you?
You had to smash it with dark magic. They took the dark magic hammers they had back.
Well,
with
what about
them.
that sword that
This
Rune
just
just...
common knowledge.
We
Wait.
have to work with the stuff, Rune.
Wait. Rune, you just turned a sword into a giant egg. And that was infused with dark magic.
Let me talk to the sword real quick. Maybe I'll like it more than the dagger.
Well, I
Hey,
mean, it's an
sword.
egg now. You could just bash it. Just bash the
Yeah,
dagger
it's an
until
egg,
it's
so
dead.
it's safe. It might be more docile.
I would.
Hello, sword?
I really don't know how to tell you this, but unfortunately, the sword doesn't. Unfortunately, that sword doesn't have a voice. The dagger speaks to you.
Why not? What's so special about you, anyways? Who made you?
Roll a diplomacy. Roll a diplomacy check.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm great at this.
Yeah. You're gonna get a
I
nat
like my
one.
+0 to diplomacy.
Maybe I'll tell you another time, Rune. Maybe if you do scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. But I'm a little more special than
That
that.
ruined
That
your
one,
polish. Why the hell would I do that?
no,
That's
you
how rust happens.
you sharpen my back, I'll sharpen yours.
Sounds painful. You can shave my back. I have trouble with that.
I'm just. If that is what you intend to use a dark magic dagger for, I cannot stop you.
Ah, damn!
I
This
shave
beard
my
is
back
so
with it right
thick.
now.
That full metal spell, can you fold it into a razor?
Disposable razors.
Oh, that's
Disposable razor.
genius.
Disposable razors are not cutting it. I have to use the
razors-
dark magic dagger.
Razors are in fact bigger than eggs. Or sorry, smaller than eggs, so you cannot. My apologies. Yeah, the dark magic dagger sort of just pauses for a moment when you say you're gonna use it to scratch your back. It's like, all right, yeah, no, that sword,
maybe like an egg-shaped pumice stone.
that sword was just forged with it. It's not let's see about what's the best way to think about it. All right, so think about it like this. Imagine I just stuck your brain in a monkey. That wouldn't work out too good.
Okay.
While the process, so that's what happened with this. They stuck a brain in a monkey. The monkey's strong already, so that just works. And then the brain makes it more powerful. But it doesn't actually do anything. It's sort of like a crazed animal in the sense. While me, I was effectively born. But again, I'm not going to tell you more unless you do something for me.
I bet you grow out of the ground just like kobolds.
No,
I got
actually,
you
but
figured
again,
out.
that's a story for another day.
Okay. Huh. Anyways, so take a look at the sword.
Yeah, sure. What would you like to know about the sword?
It's just a
It is
good sword.
It is a +1 bastard sword, and it can versatile deal dark damage. Or yeah, it can versatile deal dark damage instead.
Okay.
It is still not a good idea to hold it, but you know, you're not gonna be whispered secrets of dark magic. You're just gonna be whispered a crazed animal, basically.
Okay, so who wants the diet cursed weapon?
You know what? Staszrich touches the sword.
That was a
Just-
test you failed. I
that's
strike
just-
it with a dagger.
Just pokes it with his finger.
As you touch it, you just feel a wave of hatred
Wow!
surge through you.
Ow!
Rune didn't feel it before because Rune has already been cursed by dark magic. But versus where Rune had that and then went into a dream sequence, you just had a wave of hatred go through you.
Ow! That
But
hurts.
then it is then struck by Rune and the longsword goes docile. It is no longer +1.
Oh.
It actually sort of goes brittle in your hands, and it looks like if you wave it too much, it might actually break, as you broke the bondings of dark magic that was holding the metal together.
What, Andy?
Staszrich, are you dark magic?
No, I'm not dark magic.
Well,
That
we have learned dark magic defeats dark magic. You just touched it and it broke.
yeah, it was infused with dark magic. Very hateful dark magic. I hated it.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
Rune hit
Ah,
it.
that
and
was the
broke
point
it,
of
to be
it.
clear. To be clear, Rune hit it and broke it. Rune said they hit it, and that's what broke it. It
Yeah,
was not
Rune broke
Staszrich
it.
touching it.
Well, what Andy
Just to
saw
clarify.
was Staszrich touching it, and it broke.
Staszrich touched it, and then it breaks. Fair.
Andy did not see Rune actually break the sword.
Yeah, no.
I want Andy to keep doing the opening recaps and just get more and more unreliable narrator-ish.
Please no.
Would you knock over?
Yes,
Oh, you knocked
please.
over the bottle caps. I'm gonna go brew some. I'm gonna go brew a potion. Actually,
Alright, what potion would you like to brew?
actually, hold on. This place is a smithy. Say,
Yes.
do you have any blueprints lying around that I could maybe copy down into copy down?
What kind of blueprints are you looking for? They took most of the stuff with them, so there isn't much around.
Oh, I was looking for anything really.
Yeah, I've got the basic stuff for making armors, but not really much else.
Hmm.
They took all the special stuff with them.
That is unfortunate, but oh well. Yeah, I'll be off brewing a potion. Let me see. What potions do I want to brew? That's a good question. With necrosis, I could probably make him an anti-plague.
You could try an anti.
Let's see.
You could try to make a medicine check to identify what the necrosis exactly is. You have not tried this yet.
I have not. No, you are correct. Studying it for a while, I will use my pursue a lead,
Do you have assurance with medicine?
and I'll drop the stone-shaped kobolds as a lead for now. Huh?
Do you have assurance with medicine?
I do, but
You
I
have
want to see if
medical
I can.
insurance?
Do I have insurance? Yes.
Assurance.
I would get a 21 that way, but at the same time, I could get higher. And considering
Yeah,
a
we could.
20, considering a 24 check did not counteract it, identifying it will not be done on a 21. Fuck.
On a 17, as you try to think of what kind of stuff you've seen like this before, even when you've studied magical sicknesses, nothing is quite the same as this. You try to think through various things that have happened to try to, like, think about what it could be. And the only thing that really comes to mind is that, basically, this is something that you've heard of happening. Remember when we talked about those light magic springs back in Davian and how bad an idea taking a dip in one is?
Yeah, it's like that, but with
Imagine
dark
that
magic.
basically just your chest. You basically just took raw dark magic and rubbed it on your chest like it was Vicks.
Okay.
You know, like just imagine rubbing searing pain directly onto your chest and watching it eat away. That's what happened to this guy here when
Oh,
it
that
was
is
just like
awful.
the impact zone. Yeah. Just sort of like left concentrated dark magic in direct contact with him. It's why why Rune's dagger is very good if used.
Yeah, let's not.
But-
Anyway, let's
I'm
brew
not
an
claiming this dagger.
anti-plague for this
What,
guy.
you don't want to use the ceremonial dagger of darkness?
No, it's worth 1,000 gold. I don't want to devalue it.
Wait, 4 times? Oh no, I don't want to craft 4. Hold on. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Let's calm the fuck down on this crafting 4 of something.
Collector's edition.
And let's use that 26 check with a I'm not paying 6 GP material costs.
That is what you need to be able to do your
For 4 of
do
them.
your crafting.
For 4 of them I do that.
Mm.
You don't have
Alright.
gold?
I will let you spend. Yeah, Staszrich, why don't you have gold?
I was
What
gonna
did- what
say,
did
you
you-
have
what did you
30
do
gold
with it?
sitting over here. Like, where's your gold?
Yes.
I have gold. I just don't want to spend it. I don't want to spend it because I want to brew potions.
I mean, to be fair, this is why.
And I don't need to brew 4 anti-plagues.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
gave
probably
you
a
guys
repair
money.
kit.
You spent it on siege engineering weapons, and that turned out to be the better purchase, considering that you guys were able to one-round a dragon turtle with them.
That dragon turtle was still terrifying.
It was terrifying, but you guys had help, and you were also supposed to take it on later, but you guys found a way to not take it on later, and that's impressive.
You're welcome.
Were we?
Huh?
Go us.
Yeah, I mean, that's the point of my campaigns. They're open world. Go wherever the fuck you want, kill whatever you want, and or be killed by whatever you want, but it's your consequences, you know?
This is also open world. You've just chosen to follow the path.
The path is good. The path is safe. The path doesn't have dragon turtles. We don't have siege engines
Yeah.
to take down dragon turtles.
Didn't we? Well, we you know.
I could
we've
start
already seen
crafting siege
black-shelled
engines.
creatures already in this campaign, but okay.
You have, yes.
Maybe I should start
Who
crafting
knows?
siege
Maybe
engines.
you'll find. Who knows? Maybe you'll find Asari somewhere, and things
No!
will be perfectly fine.
No. Oh, by the way,
What's wrong, Sin? You don't sound excited seeing your favorite character again.
he's not my favorite. He's an abomination upon my record.
Okay, we have that in
Oh yes,
recording, right?
you're very
Okay.
yes, you're very queen record.
I will edit the video.
Damn it.
No. The Sin we know does not have enough patience to find this exact moment and do that.
The sin you know is not the sin you know. Because now he has a new computer that has a power of doing so without compromising the frame
Approximately
rate.
An hour and 53 minutes into it.
An hour and 53 minutes?
Why would
Okay, thank you.
No. That's why.
I'll be honest though, no, Asari is a big ass massive stain on my soul. I did love playing him, but I did not love what I became because of that.
Yeah, I'm sure there's no long-term consequences in any campaigns I run because of Asari.
No, not at all.
I'm so sorry.
Minus all of them.
I mean, Asari has already come up in one campaign since this already.
Why? What happened?
Hey, people ask questions, and sometimes it can only be answered by an omnipotent serial killer.
Oh God. He is not an well, okay, yeah. He wasn't exactly omnipotent, but he was a serial killer.
Not when you stopped playing him.
Oh no. He had the power of the Force. No.
He did have the power of the Force. What happens when a being like that becomes a Force ghost when you're
Hey,
dealing
he
with
was
someone like
becoming
me?
good by the end of the campaign.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. He slipped back into darkness. Damn it, Asari.
No. We're operating more on Star Wars. What's the fucking the computer game? We're operating more on those rules, but in reverse for something that happened.
KOTOR?
No, the MMO.
Oh, Old Republic.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Darkseid. He was not supposed to be Darkseid. I just made him Darkseid because I found out that I had godlike powers without even being a Force user. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean he did not permanently end as a dark side user, but things may have been recorded.
You know what? Fine. I'll just pay the damn. There. Now we should have 4 anti-plagues.
You can have one anti-plague for the price of for a fourth of the price if you would like.
Nope. I am sticking to. Oh, it actually adds into my inventory. Cool. Anyway.
Yes.
Now, while I'm brewing that, y'all do stuff. Samson's got some thinking to think about.
All right, what would everyone else like to do during this little bout of downtime? Andy,
Find a repair kit.
just got a lot on their mind right now because it's like seen a couple more clans of kobolds, and it's just like, okay, I don't look like the stone ones. I don't look like the banana ones. And it's just like going through a list of like the one the ban I believe the Banana King listed like different types of kobolds that were there.
Yeah, there's
And
there are a bunch of different fruits and vegetables
yeah, and he
and
basically is
fungi.
just doing like a checklist of just having a list of different kobolds and just like crossing it out whenever they feel like, okay, this one doesn't really look like me, so no, that's not my clan, that's not my clan, and it's just basically that's just
Yeah, roll me a kobold war check as you think about this.
where is my there? Keep forgetting where the stupid skills is.
All right, yeah. As you take this moment of introspection and think for a moment, you realize that your vision is fading for a second. Just a very brief moment where everything sort of goes dark as you process these thoughts. And then you see something just on the edge of your vision as you try to process all of this information and figure out think what you think you are, basically. And you see in the distance something that looks like basically a fully realized version of you. But as you try to process exactly what it looks like, as you look at yourself in the distance, using what looks to be like not just your own two arms, but now two mage arms as well, basically being able to control them all at the same time. And you look at yourself and you see what you feel like you could become, who you think you are, and then everything goes back to how it is. And the little interesting demarcation to this, your mage arm is a little bit more purple than it was before. It was more blue, but now it's currently a little purple. Not too noticeably, but just something you notice. Aya, what would you like to do during your downtime?
Question first.
Yes.
Regarding Tara, when I
Yes.
recognized her, did I recognize her just as like a member of my race or her specifically?
You recognized her specifically.
What? I couldn't hear you.
Her specifically.
Actually, my audio keeps going out. I can't hear a thing you're saying.
Her specifically.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna similar to Andy, kind of spend time remembering what I know about her.
Yeah, for sure. You can make a society check, or if you have a lore check about your ancestry, you can do that as
I
well.
do have Nagaji lore.
Yeah, then you can make that as well.
Okay.
All right. As you think about it and stew on it, a lot of your memories from when you were with your clan are sort of shaky at best, since a lot of them have sort of faded with time. And the biggest thing that you remember is that you were sort of expelled is the wrong word, but you were sort of like given a chance to escape by someone that you remember being like one of the priestesses of the Nagaji group, who just sort of just like gave you a chance to escape, and you don't remember exactly why you took it, but you took it. And as far as others as far as her as she goes, it's what you seem to remember is that she was one of the other priestesses. She was in charge of running sort of like daily activities. You don't remember everything, but you remember moments of sort of like being told what to do by her, basically. Uh, being like, her sort of like enforcing what goes on day to day. You don't remember exacts, but you remember seeing her a lot, and you sort of remember that she was very vicious, and that she wore a lot of gold. She's a very yeah. You're not exact, like everything is just very short bursts of memory. Nothing is concrete.
Okay.
But you just remember, like, you remember very small bits.
Interesting.
What would Aya look like trying to ride Dusty?
Sort of doing like the like
Like a
stereotypical princess sit, basically.
side saddle, but like with the tail
Yeah,
wrapped around the stomach?
side saddle, but the tail sort of like nestled on the saddle is sort of my image.
Ah,
Because like the saddle would have holders for that kind of stuff
Yeah.
to adapt for Nagaji. So because like it's Nagaji and then other ancestries like Catfolk, for example, who have tails, got a
Oh god,
sort of just have to like just a tail holder basically.
imagine with the whole idea of her wrapping her tail around the stomach, just one little bump in the road and whack.
And you're just yoinked under, just like self keel hauled.
oh,
And that's it. Dusty's ribs are broken and constricted.
I don't know which part of that was worse.
keep you off the racetrack.
Yeah.
You know what? I think in the end, Staszrich will take off his gauntlet and give it to Bjorn. All right.
Everyone else doesn't have to leave. To be clear, Rune specifically requested that their individual quarterstaff was made better. If you want your gauntlet as it is to just be upgraded, that's fine. If you want a new pair of, basically they're gonna make new. Bjorn would make new hand wraps for you.
Oh, okay.
If you don't give him anything.
You know what? Yeah, new hand
Or
wraps.
if you don't tell him otherwise. All right, yeah, then yeah, he will just make new hand wraps for you.
Or wait, hold on. Gauntlet, new gauntlet. Power gauntlet.
Okay.
Yes.
Powered gauntlet. We can do that. Yes.
Powered gauntlet?
Yeah. Listen, I know
That's an actual
my
thing?
huh? A powered gauntlet?
Powered gauntlet? Is that a thing?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
He wants a gauntlet instead, but
Yeah.
empowered.
Gotcha.
EMPOWED.
Oh, okay. Empowered. Okay.
Empowered gauntlet. A runic gauntlet.
I referenced a different type of melee weapon that is fist based.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently Sin was not a fan of such a notion.
Yeah, the hand wrap of mighty blows.
Blasphemy.
I was tempted, but then Staszrich is going to have some in-character reasons for choosing the gauntlet instead of just hand wraps.
He's a big fan of the video game.
420, where are we rapping?
Yes, Staszrich is a big fan of a video game.
What's a video game?
Yeah.
It's like, what's an escalator?
We saw one. We rode one. Well, no, we rode an elevator. But anyway, a dais of ascension.
Yeah. Thanks, Final Fantasy 12.
God, that
Because
name
they
is
have an
so...
elevator in the dungeon, they decide not to call it an elevator.
That
So
name is
they
just
call
so...
it the dais of it, like
fucking
the,
pretentious.
D-A-I-S.
A dais, yeah.
However that, yeah, a dais of ascension. It's like, yes, perfect.
Yeah, fucking, like I
Very
said,
good.
it's so posh and pretentious. I want to punch it in the face because its dad owns a dealership.
You hope that its car comes up in the next Street Fighter minigame.
Yes. And then go all E Honda on its ass.
Alrighty. with that, unless anyone has anything small they'd like to take care of now, I think with that we could call it a session.
Alright, Aya, have you relayed the information that you know about Terra to us?
I don't think so.
Have you relayed the
got-
information you know about Terra to the party?
Oh, okay.
Yeah? Okay. So we gotta... Guys, we gotta figure out a plan to take her down. I
Unfortunately,
think-
she's in a realm that if she gets killed, we might just get stuck on walls.
Yeah.
From what I remember, she's a very powerful magic user.
Yes. Rune, she tried to actually ensorcel you.
Sorcel?
Ensorcel. The act of performing sorcery.
Nerd.
Ensorcel sounds like such a bullshit word.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's a word, which is
It
why I didn't
is
say
a
anything.
word.
That sounds like...
I don't know how
that's what I'm
else.
saying.
Okay.
I thought
No,
you
no,
were
you're
drunk
fine.
and slurring.
Anyway, okay, how about this?
I
Rune,
tried to ensorcel you.
Rune, she tried to do something to you.
Yeah, I think she tried to ensorcel me.
Fuck
Yeah,
off.
she definitely tried to ensorcel you.
That's why I kind of tapped your back to kind of bring you back to reality.
Oh, here comes gravity.
Oh, here comes gravity. I don't know the rest, but anyway.
Oh, there goes Rabbit. He choked.
Not only
He don't
that-
have it, he.
But I think the rest of the kobolds have also been enchanted,
Yeah, I saw those blue eyes.
charmed.
White
Yes,
dragons.
and
Yes. That is what she did back in the clan.
I think she has
She
killed
commanded
their.
others.
Oh, that's what she did.
Yes.
Well then, I think we
It was
found.
her task.
How do we do this then? I'm not good at the politics. I need to find a way to get access to their king. Supposedly, Terra is taking care of their king. But I'm not so sure her intentions are entirely pure.
No, I don't trust that for one bit.
No, I do not trust her either.
No, she was very vicious and vain.
The problem is, in order to get rid of her, we have to find a way to break the kobold's trust in her. But how do we do that? I'm not so good at thinking of plans like this. I'm not good at the politics.
Weird. I wonder where that party member went.
Yeah, I don't know.
Huh?
I'm making a joke about myself.
Oh, yeah. Even though William was supposed to be the one that was good at the politics.
I was great at politics.
He was
In
also
writing.
great at politics. Yes, with a lot of pre-planning, he was very good at it.
The improvisation, could have
William
used some
didn't
work.
actually have a high charisma score. It was just his pen.
Oh god. Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, he was Penn, and it turns out that Kieran was Teller.
Well, one of them did use
Bullshit.
magic.
And the other one was silent.
Hey. But anyway, yeah. Let's we'll have
Yeah,
to
we'll wrap
discuss
it up here.
ways. Yeah, discuss ways to take down Terra.
At the beginning of next session, you all will have access. I will let you know what +1 weapon you get.
Anyone else just thinking of immediately opening the package and then not giving it to them?
I was thinking about just destroying the package in broad daylight. with
Well, we
everyone
should
watching.
see what it is first.
Nope. It's probably a dark magic dagger.
We dropped the package on the dagger. It broke. Couldn't have accounted for that.
Oh, you could, yeah, take your dagger and just slice into it.
I was trying to open it, and the dagger cut through. Oh, shucks.
It fell on the dagger. It fell on the dagger,
Yeah.
and also down a flight of stairs.
It hit.
Yeah. Say it, package. You just fell down this flight of stairs, right?
Get some makeup to cover the package's bruised eyes.
You just walked into a wall, didn't you?
The dark magic wall.
5 times.
But yeah, good session as always. I
Yeah.
am excited because now we're gonna get into more of what the darkness is actually doing, and now you've discovered some interesting things like not all of the dark magic items can talk.
Hmm.
I am Rune Kolvindr. You stabbed my uncle. Prepare to die.
Mhm.
Oh, obligatory. Do we gain a level question?
No.
Okay, that's fair.
Quit it.
No, I will ask at least
Bad.
once a session. It's on
It's
my checklist on
It
the
is
wall.
always fair to ask.